Okay, let's do some more hatching techniques to show a range of value. And we've already kind of done it here with this apple. But let's say, let's do a simpler version of this same thing. So let's take, let's make two lines about like that. And then let's make ourselves some boxes where we can put in a range of value. So let's subdivide this into half and then half again. And then we'll half those halves. So you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. And we're gonna create a range of value within the boxes. The darkest will be on this side, the lightest will be on that side. So the darkest dark is going to be have the most hatching and cross hatching, and then the lightest light will have very little or none, and it'll be very light pressure. So let's just start here with very light pressure and do some hatching lines about like that. And then we'll try to recreate the same thing all the way across in every box. I'm trying to only use hatching lines to show how hatching lines by themselves and cross hatching can create a value range, can create darks and lights on a drawing. So we're going to go box by box, and we're just going to keep adding hatching lines. Now, the pressure of the lines is going to be lighter on this end. I'm going to put heavier pressure as I get to that side. So let's just do some cross hatching. We're going to leave that the way it is, and then we'll do some cross hatching here. And I didn't mean for those to be so close together, so if you want to be more accurate, you can too. But I also don't want to spend too much time on this. This is just a quick demonstration of how you can create a range of value just using hatching and cross hatching. All right, so we've got the white of the paper, a little bit of tone, a little more tone. So we're not going to touch those two anymore. We're just going to keep going that way. So now this time let's go straight up and down with the lines. Something like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on number 5, this time we'll go across this way, and you can see that that's coming off the pencil darker. And part of that is because of the angle. I'm coming at a different angle on the lead, so I actually didn't intend for that to happen, but it did. That's one of the tricks or surprises you can find when you're using soft lead, because soft lead comes off very easily, which works out because we're getting to the darker side anyways. Okay, so light, a little more, a little more, a little more. Now this is where we left off. So what will we do this time? Why don't we'll just do another one straight up and down. Okay, and then these last two we'll do diagonals. So we'll hatch that way. And there as well. Okay, and then the last thing, cross hatching going this way. All right, now there's lots of other things you could do to make this more convincing, but I'm just trying to show you just with lines, just with hatching lines, you can create a value range The lightest light to the darkest dark. Now you can go much darker, get thicker and thicker, and that's something you normally want to do. But let's create. Let's apply this to something that's not as organic. Let's apply this to I don't know. Let's do a cylinder. So we'll make our ellipse. We'll draw in the sides of the cylinder. We'll draw in the bottom of the cylinder. And then we're going to try to apply this value scale to this shape. And we'll have certain areas that are going to be where the light is. Let's say the light's coming from the front. And we'll try to create eight areas of light and dark. So we'll have something over here on the side, kind of close to the edge. Have another area coming forward. Make this a little wider because it's coming towards us. And then another area even wider. And then an area there. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to have now 4 more. So let's go with, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll have more than 4. I mean, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something like that. Okay, so we have these areas. I didn't perfectly measure it out, but we can decide then where the light is. So let's say the lightest area is going to be right here. And then it's going to get a little darker going that way and darker going that way, and our darkest areas are going to be at the edges. So let's leave this one totally blank, and then let's put some hatching lines on there and there. So we're going to use that value here, and then we're going to use this value there and there. So let's just do that. So we'll go about like that. We'll do the same thing over here. Okay. We're going to take this same value all the way around, and then we're going to add layers out here. So the next one we'll add will be like that out here and there, and then it'll get dark all the way to the edge. Actually, we might even go a little more extreme, a little faster. We'll just see what looks good. So for now, we'll add that to all the sides. Add it over here. There you go with that soft lead again. You see that? Just a little difference in pressure and a little bit of a difference in the angle that you're holding the pencil makes a big difference sometimes on how the lead comes off of the pencil. This is why some people just like using mechanical pencils that are kind of hard, and then they have more control over everything that's happening. I kind of like a little bit of surprise. A little bit of an element of uncertainty, personally. Okay, so the white, the next one, and then we're going to move into this range. So let's put some cross-hatching lines over here. About like that, and some more cross-hatching lines over here. About like that. Did I do that wrong? I did that wrong. Well, yeah, I should have left this one like that, because this is where we wanted it to start getting darker. But I think we can do something about that anyways. We'll be okay. See what I meant? See what I was saying about the element of surprise? I surprised myself. All right, so over here, same thing. Cross hatch, cross hatch, cross hatch, cross hatch. And then we'll cross hatch this back here. Okay, now this is not the only way to shade, obviously, but we're just kind of showing ourselves how you can do this very simply. So let's take lines going straight up and down over here. So we're kind of somewhere in this range. And we'll put the same lines over there. And let's put those lines here. And we'll put a couple there. Okay, and then we want to get the darkest area at the edges here and here. So let's do some lines kind of straight across like that. At the edges. All right, so you see just a beginning of a hint of how light can be shown just with hatching lines and cross hatching lines. All right, how much time are we in? We're in there about, I want to pause there, so we'll stop with that, and then we'll show, well, yeah, I'm going to pause.